Hola, buena tarde. Bueno, a través de esta presentación procedo entonces a ejemplificar y a mostrar cómo estos principios del pensamiento computacional se evidencian a través de una lección, a través de una clase planeada previamente, de hecho, pues conectándola con lo que habíamos trabajado en el módulo anterior. Espero sea de tu agrado y pues acabamos. Ejemplificación de los principios del pensamiento computacional a través de una clase de inglés, My House, eh, y pues cómo aprender vocabulario a través de un contexto. Hello again. Well, as I have explained in the previous slide, the aim of this lesson is to show how the principal heuristics from George Polya are evidenced through one of my lessons. So the idea is that some students are going to appear and well, some images are going to be displayed in which these things could be evidence. Got it? Well, to start with this intervention, the main or the aims that we are going to take into consideration for doing this learning experience are the following principles: the abstraction principle, the decomposition one, and finally the pattern recognition. Through this short learning experience, through this short lesson, as I have already said. So in order of appearance, I will be explaining and exemplifying each one of them. Well, for the abstraction principle, I just made a decision to introduce the topic, my house, or what I see in my house, by means of a video, by means of an explanatory video, in which students could recognize and acquire some words, relating them with the specific context in which this will be used or could be used. So the aim in general is how to learn vocabulary related to the house, its parts and complementary components.
How are you guys? Morning.
Morning.
Well, during this short lesson, today we're going to work about this thing, my house. Okay? That is that we're going to learn some words in specific about how to use them in a specific context based on house words. Got it?
Yeah.
For the second theorem, for the second principle, you will notice that after decomposing or putting into pieces the terms or the words related, that is that the students will gather and will just take these complementary elements, yeah, will recognize them, and well, of course, the idea is that they are going like to link them with the previous things shown, and also they are going to recognize the importance of connecting them. Well, in order to accomplish this issue, in order to school reach that goal, there were some important resources that were useful for me when doing or to applying this learning experience, right? If you can see here, we have some PowerPoint presentations with the vocabulary suggested, some flashcards taken from the BBC, in which students could just recognize some words and also the direct image. And finally, a worksheet for them to develop after using in so many ways the words introduced. Well, from this principle, the pattern recognition, it was very important to show students that they must follow a path, not only in this lesson, but also in any other kind of lessons. How? By means of identifying the main topic, yeah, passing through the process of gather related components of words, and finally to link this background knowledge plus the use that it can be done or established just when learning the word or to complement the process of learning a word. What is the important thing in here? That of course they must show advance in how to use what they have learned.
Well, in this part, I have brought to you some flashcards with some furniture, words, or elements that usually complement our house. Got it? Hope that you could recognize most of them. So we have this one. I'm gonna scan here. This is a bed. What is this thing?
Bed.
This one?
Wardrobe.
This one?
Shelf. Lamp. Sofa.
Is there any other way to call this thing?
Couch.
Okay.
Armchair. Bookcase. Cupboard. Fridge. Oven. Table. Chair. Shower. Bath. Sink.
What is that thing?
Sink.
Well, now that we have already recognized these words, need some of you to use them in some examples. To start, we're going to use wardrobe. Who's going to use this word in an example? Okay, let's start.
The wardrobe is the place where I store all my clothes.
Okay, nice. Are you in agreement with that thing?
Yes.
Wow. Now let's use shelf. What about this one?
Me.
Okay, Lau.
Okay. Mom, did you see my phone? I'm sure that I let it in the shelf of my room.
Okay, thank you. Nice one. Good sample. Okay, class, just to finish this lesson, now I need to ask you some important questions related to the lesson that we have already had. It's just like to wrap up what we have done. I need to know, what did you know before this? How did you recognize the words introduced? And which strategies or which strategy was useful during this process? So I don't know who wants to tell me with this. What about the first one? Okay, Lucas.
I think we recognize like the main idea of the house and the main parts that we all know, but the specific things I think it's like I don't know.
Okay, you didn't know that thing. Good, very good. What about the second one? How did you recognize the words?
Me. I think that it was a useful way to recognize the words by the images, because in that way we can identify the things that we have in our homes and houses.
Thank you. Thank you. What was the strategy that was useful during this process? What do you think?
Well, actually, what I think is similar to Sofia said. I think that the images are really important during this process and the memory also.
Okay. So this is it, guys. Thank you so much. Nice class.
Thank you.
So this is it by now. Hope you have enjoyed. Hope you have liked this presentation and this exemplification process with my students. Bye.